We're going live. Hey, hey. That's hilarious. I mean, hey, you the only one on here though. I appreciate it. But yeah, so we're live today. We're gonna make a red coconut curry. We're gonna do chicken and shrimp. We're also gonna make some rice on the side. We're gonna make some Caribbean inspired cabbage on the side, and if we got enough time, I'm gonna make some roti. I got hella buttermilk, so I'm gonna just use that to make a little bit of roti for to go with it. So roti is just like a flatbread. Shout out to Clips. So shout out to Clips popping in early though. So I did marinate my chicken already, so I just have it here on the side. But I realized I forgot to take the shells off of the shrimp, so I'm actually gonna start with that. We really be starting like at 4, but I'm gonna just go ahead and get it going. So I get a roll on. So I already washed these. They're already deveined. Um, they're already deveined. I'm gonna be shelling these right now while I talk to y'all. While y'all start to roll in, I'm taking off the whole thing. I don't like tails on my shrimp that's in my food. Um, I'm good. It's like once it's on the plate, I just want to be able to eat it. I don't have to pick at it unless it's like a seafood boil. I know some people like it for the look. I don't. I am not people. I'm not one of those people. But anybody dialing in, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, no, definitely was prepping. I had to get everything over here ready. I got my cabbage, I got my bell peppers, my onions, cilantro, green onions, carrots, rice, all my seasonings. I totally forgot to get garlic at the store, so we're using ground garlic, granulated garlic today. It's all good. Fresh is always better, but shit, if you don't got it, you ain't got it. I'm just waiting for people to roll in. I'm gonna go ahead and just peel these shrimp while I'm waiting. While I'm waiting for y'all. Ian, have you had it yet? Cliff's been dialing in all day. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Drop in the comments where you watching from. We're making a red coconut curry. I'm just peeling some shrimp right now. I forgot to do that in my prep, but I'm doing it now. So yeah, Netherlands, nice, nice. How do you like it? How's the weather out there? Florida, okay, okay. How's the weather in Florida? What did you make? I didn't even make it yet. I'm just getting started, so I'm just peeling some shrimp. Um, I'm just peeling some shrimp. Guess on the age question. Mo Y88. I'm peeling some shrimp right now. I'm gonna make a red coconut curry with rice, Caribbean inspired cabbage, and some roti at the end. Y'all funny on here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got the shrimp. I got the shrimp going. I'm just peeling that right now. I'm peeling it entirely because I don't like my tails on the shrimp still. Some people like it in their food. I'm good. Okay, I ran. All right, make sure you guys are subbing. Make sure you guys are subbing. We're in. I am a chef. I am a chef. Check me out, Fannyb00 on all platforms. Those are zeros. Um, I do catering. I do meal prep. I do a podcast with my husband, who's an amazing creative. And we do music. We do all kinds of stuff, though. Texas, Texas. We're out of Texas. We're out of Texas. I'm not from the South. I'm from Los Angeles, but we are in the South. We are based in the South now. So we're in Texas. Did I give like a southern sound? Or are you in the South? Where are you in from? Where are you in from? I might have missed it. A bunch of y'all answered at the same time. I got it. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up. Where you from, Mo? Where you from, or where you at now? 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock here. What time is it where you guys are at? Let me know where you're at and what time it is, though. I'm getting ready to make dinner right now. We're doing a red coconut curry, a Thai coconut curry, right? And Do I face actual racism? I've had a couple of like somewhat blatant instances since we moved down here. Uh, Growing up, you know, in California, it's not really out there like that. Plus, being like light skin or mixed, you don't get it as much. But here, it's definitely a lot more prevalent, right? All right, so I peeled the shrimp. Let me get rid of these shells. I don't need them for anything. Usually, I use the shells to make like stock, which is like a broth. So, like if I'm doing anything seafood, then I have a seafood broth to use. But I'm not making anything the next couple days. So, oh, thank you, thank you. It's just yeah, just Cali Rays. All right. So I got my shrimp. We're gonna get this marinating. So, what am I gonna put in here? I'm gonna put a tablespoon of garlic. Again, I forgot to grab. Yeah. No, I'm good. And if not, I definitely could hold my own though. But I forgot to grab regular fresh garlic, so I'm just using a granulated garlic in today's recipe. If you have fresh, that's definitely better. I definitely advise it. Or if you've got like a garlic paste, that's awesome. All right, so I've got a pound of shrimp here. I already marinated the chicken, but I did a pound of that also. I marinated exactly the same. So 1 pound of shrimp. I've got a tablespoon of granulated garlic. If you're using fresh, do 3 cloves. Okay. Let me see what's next. We're gonna do a tablespoon and a half of ginger. I always get ginger paste. It's just better than or less work for me at least than going completely fresh. If I have time, I'll go fresh. I'll juice it and have it fresh, you know, like a fresh pressed juice at home. But if not, this is all good too. Next, we're gonna do a tablespoon of soy. If you have aminos, liquid aminos, that's great also. And that'll work just fine. It'll add a little bit of protein to it that you won't get from the soy. Soy is 1 gram of protein per tablespoon, but you'll get more from the liquid aminos. Let's see what else. A tablespoon of curry paste and then a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm just using a red curry paste, Thai inspired, right? Nothing crazy. 1 tablespoon there. All right. That's a tablespoon or a half a tablespoon serving that I use. So, all right. So I've got everything in here. We're going to give it a little bit of salt and pepper, right? Can't go wrong with that. Not too much salt because we did use the soy sauce. So again, for anybody who's watching, trying to take notes, that's a pound of meat, tablespoon of garlic or 3 cloves if it's fresh, a tablespoon and a half of ginger, a tablespoon of soy, a tablespoon of curry paste, and then just a little sprinkle of salt and pepper. I'm gonna give it a quick mix with my hand. Here we go. It's right there. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little mix around, right? I missed the show. All right, there we go. Just gonna mix that up, get all those flavors all over every single piece, right? It smells amazing already. You can smell like the lemongrass and the curry and everything. All right, we got that. Let me switch on my gloves, wash my hands. Everybody who's dialed in, where are you watching from? Did you already have dinner? What time is it where you're at? Did you have dinner already? Is it dinner time? Is it lunchtime? What's the deal? What's good? All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. Usually I'd refrigerate it, but not today because we're gonna jump right into this in a second. So I've got my chicken right here. I've got my shrimp right here. Okay, I've got those two. I'll get to those in a minute. All right. So next, I'm gonna get the rice going. All right, just regular long grain rice. If you have jasmine, cool. If not. C2E's in the house. You had just missed the wave. It was a tidal wave up in this thing. Straight tidal wave though. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 cups of rice because I do plan on having leftovers. We got what, two pounds of meat, right? A pound of chicken and a pound of shrimp. So definitely gonna have some extra rice for that. So I've got 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice. Like and sub, everybody. Like and sub. All right. Actually, let me move this, get it out the way. Boom. All right. And then I'm gonna need some water to go with that. I'm just use some filtered water. With long grain rice, you're gonna do a 1-to-2 ratio. So I'm gonna just do 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of water. So I did 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice on that, and we're gonna hit it with a little bit of salt. I'm not gonna put any oil in it today. I want it to just kind of stay as is, right? I will give it a little bit of chicken bouillon. This one, I like this one is roasted chicken. Whenever you don't have broth, it's always like a great alternative. It's really easy. And it's always like a good flavor that just adds in. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna put that on high. I'll show you guys in a second. Let me get this off of there. There we go. All right. All right. So we've got our rice in here. There's a little bit of chicken bouillon in there. There's a little bit of salt in there. I'm not doing any oil today. Keep it a little bit healthier. All right. So that's good to go. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to lower it to a simmer, and then I'm going to cover it too. Okay. So next thing on the list is the cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and get the cabbage going. Once I get the cabbage going, I'm going to start cooking the meats. Okay. Let me know if you need me to repeat any of the steps for you guys, or just say something again out loud if I'm going too fast. I am going in real time here. And I don't like to cook. I don't like to cook where I'm, the whole time I'm working. I like to just get it done, right? Straight to it. All right, so the cabbage, I already took off the outer pieces, right? I got a head of cabbage, just regular green cabbage. Let me get this. I'm actually, before I cut the cabbage, I'm going to cut the onion and the bell pepper. So I'm gonna need, let's see, like that. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna need a whole onion and a whole bell pepper for this. I am gonna use a green bell pepper because I'm using a red bell pepper in the curry. So that out the way. I also got to cut some carrots to go in here. Like I said, this is going to be a Caribbean inspired steamed cabbage. Okay. So that's going to have a couple things mixed in. That's going to have a couple things in here that you wouldn't have in just like your average regular plain Jane cabbage, right? I'm not adding any meat to it because it's not my main dish. Okay. You just quick cut that in half. And then I'm just cut this right this way, okay? Turn that to the side. All right, there we go. We're using the whole onion because we're using the whole head of cabbage. You can get plenty, which is half, but I'm gonna go with whole. And actually, as I cut these things, I will be adding them to the pan. This recipe does call for butter. I'm not using butter. Again, I want it to be a little healthier. We do have a house full of athletes, right? So that being said, I'm using nonstick spray. This is an actual recipe. I am using a recipe today. I can post a recipe if you guys want it, or hey, you can circle back for it once it's in the next book. We do have 2 cookbooks out already. We have our meal prep cookbook, which is all healthy meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and desserts. And then we have our soul food cookbook, which has over 30 recipes as well, all traditional soul and southern comfort type foods. All right. So this, I'm going to just make some strips. All of these, I'm just cutting into strips. That's going to go into the cabbage. You'll see I'm going to do the carrots next. There we go. There we go. Okay. Get a couple of these out the way. The music that's playing in the background is our guest of honor who's in the comments right now, C2E's. The song name is Chalk Outlines. It's available on all platforms. Check them out, check them out, check them out. But that's going to be the letter C. The number 2 2E S. But yeah, check him out on everything. He's on YouTube, he's on Spotify, he's on Apple Music, all that. So yeah, we got a couple songs together. Somebody earlier had asked if I was a chef. I told you the list of things I do. Yes, I do music with my husband. There we go. All right, I'm gonna add that. So we've got 1 whole onion, 1 whole bell pepper. Make sure you guys like and sub. Make sure you guys are liking and subbing. All right, so next we're gonna do the carrots. Using baby carrots, I'm just gonna slice them down into 4. All right, so we're gonna do 16 carrots because I'm doing the whole head, right? So I'm literally just cut that in half the long way and then cut those halves in half. All right, that's 1. I just want them to be strips just like everything else. I'm gonna keep it nice and consistent. And this is for our cabbage. So the rice is going. Sounds like it's starting to boil, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down to a low simmer. Turning that to a low simmer, right? And then now we're moving on to the cabbage. Oh, I lost track of the carrots. That's like 4. All right. And they don't have to be perfect, right? They just, they are what they are, whatever. But this is for our cabbage. It's going to get mixed in. Okay, so I'm letting all these veggies cook down a little bit because you want them to still have a little bit of crunch, but you want them to stay soft. You want them to get soft in the cooking process. All right, that should be good. We're going to cut these into 4. I have our meats for the curry are marinating. We have both shrimp and chicken. And that marinade had 1 pound of meat. I did 2 pounds total, 1 of each. And for each pound, I have a tablespoon or 3 cloves of fresh garlic. Okay. 1.5 tablespoons of ginger, right? Either paste or freshly grated. 1 tablespoon of soy, 1 tablespoon of curry powder, or curry paste, I'm using red curry paste, a Thai-inspired red curry paste. And a little bit of salt and pepper just to your liking. Not too much salt, right? We got that soy sauce. The soy sauce is salty. Salty, even if you get the low sodium, that flavor is salty. All right. And then I'll pan over to the pan on this for a second. In just a second, I'm almost done with these carrots. And of course, you could use a big carrot if you want. These are kind of just the perfect size, so I don't have to necessarily like julienne the carrot. Just a quick, 2 cuts per carrot, and we're good. It's a good perfect size. There we go. All right, I got 2 more, y'all. 2 more. 2 more. See, Tweez in the house, both figuratively and literally. Hey, hey, where's everybody watching from? All right, these carrots are done. I'm gonna switch over to show you guys the pan. Boom. All right. And I'm actually gonna use some tongs on this because we're gonna end up using tongs, right, for the cabbage to pull it out when we do serve it. And I'm all about minimalizing the amount of dishes. All right, so while those cook a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting the cabbage. Okay. So I am slicing that cabbage now. And as I get it sliced down, I'm gonna just go ahead and add it to the pan. And I'm doing that in the same strips, right? How I did the other stuff is strips. The carrots are strips. The bell peppers are strips. Everything is strips. Okay. I did take off the outer leaves of the cabbage. And I'm working with the inner part right now. I will leave this on long enough so that it can cook down and get soft. If there are any bigger, thicker pieces, pause. All right. So here's that. Almost done. Almost done. So we got the cabbage is about to is getting going, right? The rice is already simmering. We've got the curry meat is marinating right now while we do this. And then once we get that curry sauce and meat going, we'll go ahead and start on our roti to go with it. Roti is a flatbread. It's a flatbread. You can find it in both the Caribbean and in India. Who's watching? Who's watching? Where are you watching from? Let me know. Let me know. Get at me. Make sure you guys are subbing, okay? You got to sub so you can catch the good vids, though. Got to sub so you can catch more vids. I post vids like this at least a couple times a week. Cooking dinner, even if you do your own thing, you're cool with it. It's good inspo. It's always good inspo. All right, so that's looking a little big. No worries. Let me clear off some of this stuff. I don't like too much clutter. I don't like too much clutter at all, if I'm being honest. But definitely not on my workstation. I could have an entire kitchen to myself or a baby counter. Either way, I don't want it cluttered. All right, that's all the cabbage in there. All right, so we have 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, 16 baby carrots, and 1 head of cabbage. Next, I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic. Again, if you have fresh, awesome. If you don't, no big deal. It's all good. It's all good. So you're going to use either 3 cloves or 1 tablespoon, a teaspoon per clove. That's how that switches out. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to add a little bit more of this. I'm going to add some bouillon to this too. Some of that chicken bouillon I had told you guys about earlier. That's in the rice. Okay. Let's see where we're at. We're also going to use some onion powder, even though there's onion in it. We're going to have a tablespoon of that. Let's see, a tablespoon of that though. Got it going. Got it going up on the Thursday. What's the Valentine's Day plans for y'all? Let me know. Let me know. All right, we're actually going to use seasoning salt instead of regular salt in this one. So we're going to do 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna stick to that because I don't want it to be salty. I don't like salty food. Salty food is not good for my family. It's not good for anybody. I don't recommend overusing the salt. All right. We got that. What's next? What's next? We need some thyme, some pepper, and some paprika. We're going to use a teaspoon of each. So I'm going to start with the thyme. If you've got fresh thyme, that's great. If not, the ground thyme or dried thyme will work just as well. So we're going to do a teaspoon of that. A teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of paprika. After this, we're going to mix this up a little bit. We're going to add a cup of water. We're going to turn it down, turn down the heat. And we're going to turn down the heat. And then we're going to actually add if you have Scotch bonnets near you, awesome. You are so fortunate and lucky. If not, you can change that out with a habanero, which I had over here and now it's gone, of course. Hold on, y'all. And you don't cut that, you just put it in whole. Where did it go? Maybe I popped it in already. Hold on, guys. I might have tucked it with these carrots, low key. Had it in my hand with the carrots. All right, let's give this a good little mix, right? Can't really do too much because it hasn't shrunk down yet. Plus, it's all good if the onions are at the bottom, the flavors at the top. It's all good. It's all gonna percolate. Here's my habanero. I don't have access to Scotch bonnets over here, but I'm gonna just pop that right in the middle. Do not cut it. It will make it way too spicy if you cut it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add a half a cup of water and a lid to this. Let me get that water. Again, you can use broth too, right? I added some chicken bouillon instead. All right, so it's half a cup of water. This, I'm gonna turn it down to a medium low. All right, now we can get working on our curry. So I'm doing a Thai-inspired red coconut curry. I'm doing fusion tonight because I'm doing a Thai curry, but I am doing a Caribbean inspired cabbage. So there's that. I'm just gonna pop a couple things away real quick. Declutter my space, my workspace, because nobody deserves to work in a space that's cluttered. All right. Plus, it's just unnecessary. So here we go. I'm actually gonna move this over to the other burner. Let's see. There we go. All right. So the rice is in here. It's cooking. The cabbage is in here. It's steaming. We have our chicken is marinated. We have our shrimp is marinated. I'm going to go ahead and actually cook this chicken in the air fryer. Okay. There we go. Just like that. No special technique, nothing. Just like that, and that's it. I want to make sure I get everything. I have gloves on. I'm gonna just use my hands to spread that out so it cooks evenly. But it's gonna give it a nice crispy exterior for once it hits that curry sauce, right? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and air crisp at 400. It's on 20 minutes. I'll probably pull it out sooner. Y'all know how I like to get down. Pull out game. Ha! All right. Here we go. Here we go. Make sure everybody watching is liking and subbing, liking and subbing. All right. Time for the curry sauce. Okay. For our sauce, I am going to use a bell pepper and an onion. So I'm going to have to cut those down real quick. See Tweez in the house. See Tweez in the house. I appreciate the unwavering support. Always. Always, right? Okay. Red bell pepper, white onion. We're going to use the whole thing. All right. So I'm going to actually, there we go. And you should be able to catch everything. So I'm going to let this stay warming, this pot that I'm using. I'm going to cover the bottom with nonstick. You typically would add like some olive oil. Again, I'm not using any oil today. I'm keeping it healthy, keeping it wealthy, right? And I'm just going to cut this off. I have a couple ways to cut a bell pepper, but just there we go on that. And then I'm just going to finely cut this into little thin slices, right? We're not doing a chop. We're doing here we go. So they're about an inch and a half long. They're very thin. That's how I want them. They're going to be great in the curry with all the other stuff. So we're going to cut the onion the same way. We might leave the onions a little longer, but they're going to be just as thin. About a half a millimeter. So think of a pencil eraser, half of that. That's how wide you want them. Who's watching? Who's watching? Where y'all watching from? Where y'all watching from? What y'all got going on? What time is it? What's for dinner? I gotta ask y'all in my poll, huh? Let's see. Trying to. There we go. There we go. I got a poll for y'all. Make sure y'all vote the poll. Vote the poll. Coming up on 25. So it should be about 25 of y'all popping in. All right. I'm just going to slice this down. Keeping it nice and thin. These are going to be fantastic. Ayo. I still got the Tui's playing in the background. I could turn it up if y'all want. But I'm pretty much talking my way through all these steps, right? Talking through all these steps so you guys can hear what I'm doing. In the event that any of you are just listening and not watching, or just more, auditory learners. All right. So that's in there. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the onion. Again, we're doing the whole onion. It's just a white onion. I'm going to get that part off. And then quick little fanny hack for y'all. But if you leave the butt of the onion on it, then it won't make you cry. And I knew I was going to be cutting multiple onions today, so I purposely didn't wear eye makeup, but I still don't want to cry. So, all right, so this is how that looks. I'll show you right now. All right. So you get all the pieces you don't need off. You leave this part on. That's the part that's going to make you cry, so leave that part on. Even if you cut it in half, right, it'll minimize the crying if that's not on there. So I'm going to just go like this. Then I did say I wanted nice, short, thin pieces. I always try to cut it as close to the core as I can. I don't like to waste. When I'm cooking. Pretty much anything, really. So whatever I can get the most use of, right? And normally I wouldn't cut an onion this way. I usually cut it this way, right, around that way. But since I am going for this cut on the onion, it's all good. It's going to be a little easier, and it's going to help me avoid the tears. So I'm with it. Let me know if y'all with it. All right, let's see. How's the poll going? It's no votes. There's too many of y'all in here to not have no votes on the poll. All right, onion's going in with the bells. Onion is in. Let's see what we got next. All right, let me get a spoon real quick. And that chicken is cooking up nicely, guys. As soon as it's done, I'll show you. All right, here we go. All right, so just some nonstick, the bell pepper and the onion. Once that onion gets a little bit soft, I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. But while we wait, I'm gonna get the other ingredients ready. Okay. So the next thing that's gonna go in is gonna be our green onions. I have an entire bunch here. I'm gonna save 2 of those for garnish. Okay. And then the easiest way is just to like roll this little piece that's on the bottom off usually. Of course, this one's not rolling. All right, so you just roll it to get it nice and smooth. Get rid of like that dead looking piece at the bottom, right? And then we're gonna cut that root off. Cut that root off. Who likes green onions? You call them green onions or you call them scallions? I remember the first time I saw scallion like on a menu as a kid. I'm like, what is that? What is that? I didn't even know that was a green onion. All right. So I'm gonna just cut those little roots off. So we're right here like this, and then I'm gonna cut this down. And I'm gonna add it in. I'm gonna cut the white parts into little pieces, and I'm gonna leave the green parts a little bit longer, about an inch long. All right. So like that, right? And then I'm gonna add those in with our onions and our bell peppers. I'm gonna give that a quick stir. There we go. There we go. All right, nice good color in there. Good color. That onion is getting nice and soft. I don't want this to end up crunchy. I do want these to get as soft as possible. So I got that. The rice is still going. I'm not going to open it. The cabbage is in there. Here's how the chicken is looking. Okay, it's almost ready. Once it's ready, I'm going to add in the shrimp. Add in the shrimp, right? Okay, let's see. What's next? What's next? We've got a tablespoon of ginger. I always like to do a little bit more because, well, why not? Ginger's a good flavor. I am using ginger paste. You can use fresh ginger. That would be ideal. If you don't have it on hand, it's all good. Right? All of this stuff is all good. Let me get that off of the spoon right there. There we go. And I'm going to just let that sit on top so it doesn't burn while I'm letting these onions cook. Because I do want these onions to cook down a little. However, I also don't want to be in the kitchen all night, right? We like nice, delicious, healthy, quick meals, affordable meals. But this is a good one. This is a good one to pull out tomorrow if you want. It's something a little exotic, a little different, something you don't usually have, right? Um, yeah. So, all right. I've got, we're going to do a tablespoon of the red paste, the red curry paste. And I'm going to try and get all of that out of the jar. I'm going to end up with a little bit more than whatever, but it's all good. I am going to need a tablespoon of soy. So what I'm going to do actually is put that in the jar and shake it up. So I can get that to unstick. I love keeping, okay? See, but it was, cause six, so 6 your time, 5 our time. That's when it'll like air at that time, but it's all good. It's all good. You didn't really miss too much. You didn't miss too much. I did marinate the, I thought you were in here. I thought you were in here earlier, but I marinated the chicken. I marinated the shrimp. I did put those. The chicken's cooking now. The rice is cooking now. The cabbage is going. But I did list. I did list the recipes though, and I'll go ahead and I'll mention those in the description or in the comments. I'll go ahead and put the recipes in there for you guys if you did want to come back and make it. But I'm working on the curry now. It's like a longer cook today because I'm already 40 in, right? Here, let me get, all right. So, we're going to need that sweetener. I totally forgot to grab it. All right. So the rice is just regular plain rice, a little bit of chicken bouillon. The chicken is cooking. The shrimp is right here. The cabbage is in here. This is going to be the base for our curry sauce right here. So we have the, on the curry meat, I just did for every pound of meat, do a tablespoon of garlic powder or 3 cloves of fresh. It's not jasmine. It's not jasmine. It's just regular long grain. 2 times in a row, the store was out of jasmine rice. I don't know why. But yeah, but on the meat, you're going to do a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon and a half of ginger, a tablespoon of soy, a tablespoon of curry paste, a little bit of salt and pepper just to your liking, and then just let it sit for like 15 minutes or longer. So that's what I did with those two. After that, I started with the rice. I did 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon, a little bit of salt, maybe a teaspoon or less. On the cabbage, I did a full head of cabbage. I did 1 whole onion, 1 whole bell pepper, a tablespoon of garlic or 3 cloves if you got them, a tablespoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt, a teaspoon each of thyme, black pepper, and paprika. I added some chicken bouillon to that also. And then a half a cup of water and covered it. Oh, and the carrots. There's 16 baby carrots in there. So let me actually give that a little mix and then y'all can watch that. So that's just steaming. And then this is just the habanero pepper on top. If you could do a Scotch bonnet, y'all probably have them out there, but they don't have them here. So habanero is definitely more widely available and interchangeable. And now that it's cooked down a little, I can go ahead and mix that up. So I use the green bell pepper in this. I use a yellow or brown onion in this. And it's just steaming the whole time. It's just steaming. So we got the cabbage is Jamaican, Caribbean inspired. The curry is Thai, and then the rice is universal. I'm gonna make some roti at the end. I didn't preview that, but I'm actually gonna make some roti. I have a bunch of buttermilk, and that's a real quick way to use it up, making breads, biscuits, and rotis. Right? Okay. My cabbage is still going, so I'm gonna just cover that up. It's on like a medium low. Here's the base for our curry. It's looking good. It's smelling. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, I don't want it to be too. I added a green onion to that. So the curry sauce so far has red bell pepper, white onion, one of each, a bunch of green onion, a tablespoon of ginger, a tablespoon and a half or so of red curry paste. Um, and then a tablespoon of soy. I'm actually going to add in some unsweetened coconut milk. I use the light one, so it's less calories. And then instead of sugar, you can always use sugar if you want. I'm not. I'm going to be using some stevia in the raw, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. Do 2 tablespoons of that. So let me actually get this coconut milk open. Let me see. One vote. One vote is more than one of y'all. Who do you guys say has the best curry? Who has the best curry? I think that was a burning question on one of the episodes. I'm almost positive it was. All right. See, and the cool thing about the light coconut milk is it's not all separated and gross. I mean the full fat is cool, right? But it has like that part that just stays solid and it's kind of hard to get out of the can. So, all right, let me get rid of some of this trash. Trash. All right. There we go. Okay. So I got the coconut milk in here. It's going to pick up that nice color from everything else that's in here. That curry paste for sure. Speaking of, let me get that chicken out. As you see, the chicken's ready. That's perfect. That's exactly how I want it to look. All right. So I'm going to move that chicken straight into the pot. And then with that, I'm going to move that shrimp straight into the air fryer. All right. So this is going to be almost more of like a stew than like a soupy curry because, oh, hold on. There we go. It's going to be a little more of a stew. It's going to be less liquid. Hold on, y'all, just for a second. Less liquid. You don't really need too much, right? I always end up with extra whenever I do it that way. All right, so let me spread this out and then go put these in the sink. All right. There we go. There we go. And let that go. We'll turn this back up to about 10 on the air fryer, right? See, got everything going. And then to this curry sauce, we're going to add that sweetener. So again, you can use regular sugar or you can do like a sweetener that's not sugar. So we do need 2 tablespoons of that. So each one is half a teaspoon. That's 1, 2, 3 teaspoons, a tablespoon. That's a good question. So I've been on here about 45. I should be done in about an hour. I did, in my defense, I did start off peeling the shrimp because I forgot to peel it ahead of time. And you ideally would do the marinades ahead of time too. But if you're really trying to press it, you could do it in 45. You could do it in 45 quick. Because even like the roti is unnecessary. The two meats is unnecessary. Um, you know, but I don't mind being a little extra though. All right, so there we go. So this is how that's looking so far. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. We got the chicken is in there. The shrimp's gonna go in there in a couple minutes. Um, More trash, right? Get this out of the way. But yeah, so there's that. That's garnish. That's done. Okay, I guess let's get started on this roti. Let me let me put a couple of these things away real quick so it's out the way. Are you gonna make this one? Are you gonna make this meal? Inquiring minds want to know. Who's watching that's gonna make this? It's a fun one. It's a fun one. It's not too hard. The difficulty on it, I would say, is maybe like a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, but it's also healthy and it's impressive. If you know if you don't usually cook for somebody and then you come with this, it's pretty solid. But everything's going right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and make the roti because we can. I'm just gonna get rid of a couple more items off the workstation. All right, that shrimp is almost done. And actually, I don't want the shrimp to overcook. So once we hit the 5 minute mark, I'm gonna take it out. All right, those two are garnished. This can stay. Hold on, y'all. Whew. I don't know if you were on or not when I asked, but are you planning on making this one? Do you want to make this meal? All right, just that. This is trash. Trash. I had a different beverage tonight. I got the tea. Got some hot tea. You always ask what the beverage is. It's hot tea right now. I had run out and it was cold. I needed something to warm up though. Warm up quick. All right. Good little cleanup. Let's see. For my cast iron. All right, we're at the 5 minute mark on the shrimp. I'm gonna take it out. Yeah, make sure y'all vote the poll, vote the poll. We're making a Thai curry. We're making a Caribbean cabbage, and we're actually making some Indian roti. So hey, we're all over the world tonight. Nice little fusion. All right, shrimp is almost done. I don't want it to overcook, so I'm gonna add it to this because it's gonna cook off a little bit more in here. Hold on, I need my other hand. Whew, it smells so good. Like I'm gonna need to go live with somebody cooking this stuff also though, so y'all can see. Let me get this out the way. All right, then I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so the curry is essentially done. We got the shrimp in there. It's gonna finish cooking in here. It's not gonna be overcooked. See how these are like nice and open? They look like a C, right? They look like a C. That means that they're cooked they're cooked. That's how you want your shrimp to look. Once they turn into little balls, like some of these are balls because they were just already bent when I got them. Like this one, you can see it's clearly not cooked. But when they're cooked and they go all from straight to this, you've gone too far. You've taken it a little bit too far. All right. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that on the lowest simmer possible. The rice is still simmering. We have the cabbage. Cabbage is a little bit more than simmering, but I want the cabbage to get nice and soft, so I'm gonna leave it. That habanero's in there, right? So we've got onions, carrots, and bell peppers that were mixed in with this. Thyme, ginger, black pepper, paprika. All right, and you can use broth instead of water. I didn't have any broth on hand. I usually make it fresh, so I just use the bouillon instead. I'm gonna turn that down to a simmer because I'm ready for that to come off soon. Right. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna end up moving this. All right. Well, let's get to the roti. So the roti is going to be 2 cups of flour. Actually, I might just go ahead and do the 3. It's supposed to be 3. If you want your flour to be the level it's supposed to be, don't scoop it. You want to like either sift it in, or do it from the top. So it's in there lightly. You don't want it to be packed. If you scoop it, it's going to be packed. And if it's packed, you'll likely end up with too much. And if you have too much, then your batter is not going to come out the way it needs to. All right. And typically you would use milk or water and butter with this. What I'm going to do is use buttermilk instead, since I have, like I said earlier, a ton. Here we go. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. All right. Let's see where we're at. Let me use this. All right. To get you guys just a little bit higher. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're here. Buttermilk. So I'm going to do about a cup, right? If I need to thin it out, I'll go ahead and add some water. But that was 3 cups of flour. 3 cups of flour and 1 cup of buttermilk. And then I'm going to use a little bit of salt. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. All right, spread that around. And then actually, the recipe doesn't call for this, but I am going to add a little bit of baking powder in the event that I don't roll these out thin enough. That way they'll rise a little. All right, that's low, that's low. And I'm only going to use a teaspoon. Usually, if you, the more baking powder you add to something, the more it'll rise. We don't want it to rise necessarily. Make sure you guys are voting in the poll. Vote, 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 vote. Who has the best curry? All right. All right. So pretty much everything is done except for this roti that I'm going to be making. That we're making right now. There we go. There we go. See tweez. See tweez. And then just for those of you tuning in, here's our curry, right? We've got shrimp and chicken in there. It's a red coconut curry, right? That's there. The rice is still finishing up, so I'm not going to open it so the steam can do what it does. And then we've got our cabbage right there. So I'm gonna move this out the way. There we go. There we go. All right. And then I'm gonna use the cast iron for the roti actually. So I'm gonna put that on like a medium heat. Put that on a medium heat. As I'm stirring up this dough, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Just a small amount, right? Just want to thin it out a little bit. If it gets too thin, I can always add more flour. Now, I ain't no big back and everything is healthy over here. We got the healthy version of everything tonight, right? We got a healthy light coconut base red curry, Thai red curry, right? We've got the roti is probably the only thing, but I got the reduced fat buttermilk in that. We got the shrimp and the white meat on the chicken for the curry. We got the rice. We got the cabbage, right? We didn't use any butter today. We didn't use any oil today. So, that's always an accomplishment. Everybody thinks you got to use it for everything, but you don't need butter for everything. All right. So, the dough is done. Whew, arm's on fire. Dough's done. I'm going to split that up into 10 balls, about 10 balls, right? And then I'm going to flatten them out, roll them out. And once I roll them out, I'll be able to get them cooking for you. Let me actually get you guys lower right now. All right. Gloves on. Gloves on. Where y'all watching from? TH, where you watching from? Make sure you subscribe. I got some big back activity on the page too, though, if that's what you're looking for. All right, let me move these. Name meat. All right. Gonna dust our countertop with flour. All right, let me turn this around before I get my hands dirty. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, the only things that I still have cooking right now are the rice is finishing up that steam, and so is the cabbage. So here we go. We got this dough. All right. Ooh, got the flour all on me. All right, so it's here. I'm right on the counter with it. It's all good. I'm gonna get my rolling pin and I'm gonna roll some of these out. So, all right. Let's see. So we've got half. Here, we'll just do about 8 of them. 8 should be good. All right, we got the dough. Got the dough. All right. And then I'm gonna get the rolling pin. All right. Go this way. Definitely should have tested it first. All right, so it doesn't get stuck. Flip this way. Flip it. Go this way. Flip it this way. Okay. You want to get it as flat as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all good. You just rip it up anyways. Again, we're not using any butter or oil, so I'm going to spray some nonstick in my cast iron. And I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. So it's gonna come out like a little flatbread, kind of like a naan, right? There we go. It's right there. It's cooking. The curry is done. The cabbage is pretty much done. The rice is done. Go ahead and turn that off. Okay. Ooh. All right, all right, all right. What y'all talking? What y'all talking? Where y'all from? Where y'all watching from? Thank you. All right, let me actually turn you guys back around again. You guys can catch the process. All right, so as thin as possible. Thin as possible is always good. The butterier, the more buttery, the better, right? But we are keeping it healthy tonight, as previously stated. So we're not going to butter it up. Get it nice and thin. Put it in the skillet, right? And then that's it. That's it. Give that cabbage another stir. I'm gonna pull you guys over to check it out in just a second. All right. All right, that cabbage is done. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, here we go on the cabbage, right? Cabbage is right there. The curry is right there. The rice is now done also, right there. We're just getting this bread going, and then we're all good. We're all good. What's the best curry? Let me know in the comments. In the poll. Vote the poll. Vote the poll. Ooh. All right. Got a quick flip. That first one is always like almost like a tester. All right, let's get this nice and flat, right? I do have the rolling pin, but it's all good. It's all good. I can take these gloves off because it's not getting too crazy. It's not getting too crazy, right? Everybody, let me know where you watching from. Where you watching from? What time is it? Where you're at? Is it dinner time? Is it early? Is it late? Is it lunch? What's going on? What's going on? Where y'all at? Let's see. Time is it? Let's see. That and all right, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so here's our naan. I flipped it, right? I flipped it. It's still cooking, or it's naan, roti, whatever you want to call it, right? I did it with buttermilk and flour, right? So we're just going with that. A little bit of water to get that texture just right. And let me actually get something to put these in real quick while that's going, while that's cooking. Get a little cleanup on. Ooh. Where y'all watching from? Where y'all watching from? Let me know. Let me know, y'all. Y'all know I love to know. I got the polls. I got the poll up so we can see where y'all watching from, what time it is. Somebody yesterday said it was breakfast time. It was breakfast time, almost lunchtime though. Hey, we got to vote. We got to vote. You could drop in the chat too where you're watching from. You can tell me in the poll, then drop it in the chat though. Real talk, real deal. Holyfield. A little bit of a intermittent cleaning, but we got the red coconut curry, shrimp and chicken cooking, or it's done. We've got our white rice made. We've got our cabbage, our Jamaican steamed cabbage is ready. And then right now we're making our roti or our naan, cooking a healthy version of it at least, right? We didn't add any butter. We didn't add any oils. It's intended to be buttery, oily, but you can achieve that same texture without it. So keeping it healthy, keeping that thing as healthy as possible. Okay. All right, it's 5:01 over here. What time is it? Where you at? Let me know. Let me know. Vote the poll. I'll know. So let me check on that one piece that's cooking. All right. Ooh. Okay. All right, y'all. I am going in with the non-stick. I'm gonna give it a little wipe real quick. When you're working with a cast iron, make sure you're careful. Use something to hold the handle. The handle is hot, right? I don't usually like to cook at high temps, but you kind of have to when you're making these kind of flatbreads. It's supposed to go like in the oven, right? A little tandoor, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. That's in there. The curry, the cabbage, the rice. I'm gonna get that plated for you guys soon. Get that plated ASAP. All right, let's see. Oh, it's dinner time. It's dinner time somewhere. It's dinner time here. I know that much. We were all stovetop today. I did use the air fryer for a little bit, but we're all stovetop today. We didn't use the oven at all. That's always cool. You don't got to heat up the house every time you cook. All right. And I think that's it from dishes. There we go. One more. All right. Let's see. I'm actually going to grab a spatula, please. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is exactly what I'm talking about. All right. That's good. Yeah, that came out good. That's all right. How will they say it? That's all right. All right, let me roll out the next one. All right, that's almost cooked. And everything else is ready. Everything else is ready to go. Let's roll out that next one. Yeah. All right, I'm using the rolling pin. Keep this nice and flat. All right. Got that way. I'm gonna show y'all in just a second. Right. We're using the cast iron. We're doing it at a medium to high heat. Medium to high heat, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cook that and give it that desired look, texture, feel, right? Got that going. Just a couple more of those. The cabbage, the curry, the rice, everything else is ready, like I said. So it's about to be dinner time, though. It's about to be dinner time almost. It's a little later than usual. I'm usually done like right at 5. Not today. Not today. We are using a couple extra minutes, going a little past, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It happens. It happens, and it's definitely worth the wait. So that's what it is. All right, we got a couple bubbles. Oh, there we go. Got a couple bubbles. That's gonna be your tell. See, time to flip. Time to flip. All right, while that's going, here I'll actually keep this right here for y'all. Roll out this next one. Ooh. Get this one rolled out, right? We got C2Es in the house. Got C2Es playing. Got C2Es keeping the chat alive. But we got him on the music. Check that out. That Chalk Outlines Do You coming out tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Those of you looking for something a little slower, a little vibey, vibe decent, right? Okay. This one is done. I'm gonna take it off. There we go. I'm gonna hit that with a little bit more spray. See, so if you are using oil, you would actually be like adding more butter and oil every time, and then you would brush it after with some more. But for me, that's just too much. That's just too much. We're keeping it healthy over here. Keeping it healthy though. All right. All right. The next piece, I'm gonna get that rolling. Whew. A little bit more flour on that thing. There we go. With that. For the record, yes, the counters are very clean. I'm constantly cleaning in here. I'm like obsessed. I have worked in commercial kitchens, so I do know the protocol. I am Safe Serve certified, right? So I do know the protocol and everything that I need to do to make sure that everything is clean. We don't have pets. If we did, they wouldn't be on the counters, right? All right, this one's ready to flip. See? Anybody new? Anybody new? Where y'all watching from? Let me know where y'all watching from though. We got this roti or naan, whatever you choose to call it, right? Roti is typically a little bit thinner, a little bit buttery, more buttery than this. I'm making a healthy version. We're making everything healthy today. No big backs. Big backs, we're getting summer ready. All right, there we go. That one's done. Pop that. And we only got a few of these left. Once these are all done, then we're completely done with everything. All right. Okay. So I've got those going. They look like this after. Here's the curry. Here's the cabbage, rice, right? There we go. Got a couple bubbles. I'm gonna hit this thing with the lip. All right. Let me show you guys. This one looks really good. Like perfect circle. Let me get started on the next one. Low key. It's going quick. It's going quick. 3 left. 3 left. 3 left, and we're done. Then I'll start plating for y'all. There we go. All right. Thank you. There we go. Ah. A little bit stuck, a little bit stuck. It's all good. A little sticky icky. All right, make sure that's nice and flat. This one's bubbly. That means it's time to get it up off of here. Woo! Like each one is better than the one before it. All right, 2 more, 2 more. Right? 2 more. You can actually get some more flour. All right. There we go. Ooh. All right, all right. Where I'm watching from? What time is it? Going quick. Just rolling out this roti or naan, right? All right, where the spatula go? Right here. Show y'all. There we go. Where y'all watching from? Let me know. All right. Back. All right. Last one. Ooh. I gotta put the other one on first, don't I? All right. Perfect. We're on here a long time today. Nothing mad about it. All right. And if it's a little big for the pan, just make sure that you got the edges bent up, right? Touching the sides. Touching the sides. It looks like this when it's done, right? That's going to go great with our curry, our cabbage. Ooh. Rice, got the rice. What y'all got going? Where you watching from? What y'all, what are you guys having for dinner? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, though. Let me know what y'all having. What y'all got going. Ooh, that was done quick. All right, I'm going to show you in a second, guys. Here we go. There we go. Just flipped it. Got the bowl full right there. Got that curry. I'm rolling out the last one right now. After this, we're done. We'll get to plating. I'll clean off this countertop first, then get to plating though. Then it's dinner time, and I'm out. Whew. All right, that's done. I'm gonna move this to the sink. I'm gonna actually bring you guys with me real quick. All right. This one is done. Spray that. I'm gonna put that last one down. Oh, it's ripping. It's holy. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see where I'm at. All right. I try to get this rolling pin clean while it's still fresh, or else that flour will cake on there though. Plus it's wood, so it's porous. So I want to just knock that out and get it dry. Get my little arm workout in for the day off this. There we go. Whew. All right. Rolling pin is clean. Now we gotta clean that countertop so we can use it. All right. Flip that last draw on. There we go. All right, and once that's done, we are done. Let me actually move this. We're done. I can't wait to plate this for you guys. I love cooking good meals for y'all to see, learn something. All right, everything has a place. There's a place for everything, and everything has its place. All right, this is done. All right, let's see. And then the towel, you got to keep like an ample supply of towels in the kitchen, low key. All right, let's see where we're going. Oh, it's not too bad. Hold on, guys. All right, get this in the trash. All right, get a little, turn that fire off. So everything's done now. I'm gonna plate in a second. I am gonna plate in a second. However, I'm gonna clean off this countertop first. Ooh. Ooh. I'm usually able to just hit that joint with a little quick wipe down. Hey, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I don't know if you've been watching the whole time or not. You probably playing tweeze on the duty. All right, but yeah, it's about time to plate though. Like you know exactly when to tune in. I just got to get this counter cleaned off real quick from the bread though. Flat bread. All right. There we go. Almost, almost. Did you what? Are you making this? Are you gonna try and make this? All right. And I ain't no almost. It's time. It's time now. Smells so good. All right. Oh my god. But you gotta try. You gotta try. If you don't practice, you'll never get it. All right. Let's see. Got the plate. Let's see. I'm gonna do the regular scooper on the rice today though. I need a little baby dome. All right, I have the dome. Let's get a nice little fresh piece. All right. Yeah, remember to take that habanero up off the cabbage though. All right. All right. Let's see. There. There. All right. All right. Want a little bit of these. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, my garnishes. Let me see. Let me see. All right. A little bit of cilantro on that thing. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we got our curry. We got that fresh bread, the naan, the pita, the roti, whatever you want to call it, that fresh rice, right? The Jamaican cabbage. And there we go, y'all. We are done. Tonight took a lot longer than I anticipated taking online, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I can't wait. Let's see where we're at. Get a little pic of that, though. Woo! There we go. There we go. All right. All right. I'm gonna actually leave it on there while I make these other plates, though. Like, dang, what's the best angle? There we go. Catch it all. Like, I definitely could have did the bowl, but it wouldn't have half. It wouldn't have even done it justice. So everybody else getting the bowl though. And this is a good one. This is a good one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take a regular picture. It's like hard to get the hold on. Let's see. Tomorrow, I actually don't have a plan for tomorrow. I don't know. I had like this whole menu, right? I had this whole menu for in-home catering services, right? Or personal chef services. But shit, I mean, I don't know. I might end up doing like some oysters or something for us. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling on that. If I feel like making that or not. But I mean, for the most part, I'm just looking forward to just chilling up. Like I just want to chill. Like it's been a heavy lift cooking this week. How you guys had asked before, like, do I cook every day? I usually don't. But this week I did. I cooked every single day and I went live. So might have to take a night off though. Shit, some Domino's or Pizza Hut heart shaped pizza. I don't know what did you end up deciding to do for tomorrow? Everybody got the over the top plans. I got it. Yeah, probably either takeout or leftovers, which I'm good either way. I'm good with both. I'm good with both as long as I don't gotta cook. Face. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, by the time you spend that, that's it. That's it. That'd be it a lot of the times. I guess like shit, do you want gifts or you want some food? That's one or the other, baby. Alright, let's see. Alright, one, two. And then I didn't really make anything spicy, right? I just wanted everything to be solid. Let everything be solid, right? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous though. Like that's crazy. That's way too much. Ah. I mean, everybody wants both, right? It ain't about what you want. It's about what you get what you deserve, though. You gotta work for it. It's a year long thing, year round thing, though. You can't be shitty on Monday and then expect him to give you the world on Friday, though. That's not how it goes. And you can't be demanding though. Oh, I need this. I gotta have this. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, non Cali Bear. A little bit more in my bag today, though. This is like more like my speed as far as what I like to make. That's what I really like making though out here. Little exotic plates though. So gotta get the pics of that one. They eat. But I appreciate y'all dialing in though. For sure, for sure. Yeah, see? You can't be like that. That's come on. Come on, you gotta be a better person. You gotta be a better person. Like that's just not cool. Like especially like even the whole like mad, not mad, whatever, you just gotta be solid though. Like just be a good person. Like I know I woke up first, but it's no problem for me to come back and circle back and make the bed though, right? A lot of women out here don't realize they got a good one. They got somebody who'll do whatever for them, right? Be solid, take care of them, really care, not fuck up at the weddings, right? Or how was the wedding? Not in Cali Bear? We never got the follow up on that. Yeah, see, and it be the thought that counts for people. People, a lot of people are quick to discredit the thought, though. It's the thought. Tell her else y'all having that Cardi B and Offset special from McDonald's though. Tell her it's some bullshit and see how she reacts, and that'll determine if y'all going to the real spot or not. See, let's see. And this ended up being a long ass live. All right, wherever y'all at with it, y'all know what time it is over here. So I'm about to log out, and I'm gonna flip it around and log out in just a second. All right. Man, sneakerhead days are very far behind me, but I feel you though. Especially going all out and it's not appreciated. You gotta make sure you get appreciated though. Ladies gotta appreciate the men just like they expect the men to appreciate them. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. But should I y'all? I'm about to log off, log out, sit down to eat. Right, everybody's food is ready. I'm ready to go ahead and sit down with Bam Bam. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll catch up with y'all a little bit later. Um, Maybe I'll pop on tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I might make something cool though. We'll see. I might dip some strawberries or something. I don't know. But shit, yeah. Hopefully tomorrow goes well. If y'all don't hear from me, if I don't hear from y'all, have a happy Valentine's Day. Have a good weekend. Peace, love, positivity.